So good.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go through how stuff is digested in all the different parts of the digestive system, starting at the mouth, going down to the stomach, going down to the duodenum, going down to the ileum, so that if you've not been following, because it's quite hard if you've sort of had a video on the stomach, then on the duodenum, then on the ileum, to work out what's going on. So, proteins. What happens to them in the mouth? Absolutely nothing. That's a nice easy start. In the stomach, remember we have pepsin, and that is an endopeptidase. So, endopeptidase, this is going to cut the protein by hydrolyzing bonds in the middle, and it's going to release smaller polypeptides. We then go into the duodenum, and the duodenum has trypsin and chymotrypsin. And again, they're endopeptidases, so they're going to be chopping, hydrolyzing those bonds in the middle and releasing even shorter polypeptides. But we also have an exopeptidase, again released from the pancreas, and this is carbaminopeptidase. I'm not sure you need to know that. And what that's going to do is it's going to take the ends off these. So if you were looking at one really short polypeptide, it might be taking the end off there and the end off there and releasing a dipeptide and 2 amino acids. So it's going to release some amino acids and some dipeptides. So what you get out of the end is amino acids and dipeptides. And then we get down to the ileum, and on the microvilli we then have dipeptidases, and they're going to take the dipeptides and they're going to make 2 amino acids out of them. So that's sort of protein digestion. So endopeptidases make lots and lots of ends for exopeptidases, and dipeptidases then work on the final dimer of the protein. So that wraps it up for proteins. Starch digestion. Now starch digestion does happen in the mouth, and because it's released in saliva, we call the enzyme salivary amylase. Now really this deals with, so there must be more to this story. This deals with the amylose. I'm imagining there's some kind of a myelopectinase kind of enzyme. And amylase acts to release maltose. In the stomach then, that enzyme's denatured, so nothing further will happen to that. So what you've got passing down into the stomach is some bits of amylose and some maltose. The longer you leave your starchy foods in your mouth, the more maltose you'll have and the less amylose you'll have. So again, because it's all been denatured there, you've then got to re-release it. So then we've got pancreatic, i.e. from the pancreas, amylase. And this is again, remember now we've got shorter strands really, depending on how long your food's been in your mouth. That's again going to release maltose. And then in the ileum, on the microvilli, we're looking at maltase acting on maltose to release 2 glucoses. Remembering that also you may have taken in sucrose and you'll have sucrase. You may have drunk some milk and have lactase as your carbohydrates down there. We're going to finish off with lipids. Lipids dead easy. What happens to it in the mouth? Absolutely nothing. What happens to it in the stomach? Absolutely nothing. And then in the duodenum, so you can see why I love the duodenum so much. We've got pancreatic lipase, and that's going to make our fatty acids into glycerol and 3 fatty acids. Now that enzyme will obviously continue working, as will pancreatic amylase and as will chymotrypsin and trypsin. They all continue working in the ileum. It's about the same pH. The ileum's much longer than the duodenum. And then, of course, in the ileum, so I just put an arrow, I suppose, to show that it's carrying on. And in the ileum, then we're going to start doing a lot more absorption. Okay, hope that kind of makes sense now.